You start to get that, you get a feel for that below the line part. Now, the next ones above the black line, above this heavier line, are designed to keep us here. When we respond to situations and we respond in these ways, we stay here. We stay at balance psychologically. And the emotions that we get when we do are usually what we would term as positive. They're favorable emotions. That's the outcome we want. Okay? I want to combine allowance and acceptance. So just kind of on your paper, just kind of hook those two together somehow, because they're kind of the same. But I want to go through how this would sound with each of these situations. Allowance and acceptance. And I want you to notice what is the outcome that you get emotionally, feeling-wise, as you do this. So in Rachel's case, how might this sound, your self-talk, at the allowance and acceptance that's different than stupid kid, or what's your problem, or man, why don't you? What might this sound like? I'm not saying it's easy, but what might be the way that you would say, you would talk to yourself about the situation?
Maybe that his weaknesses will maybe eventually be his strengths. Just trying to twist around things a little bit more
Okay.
positively and accept him for who he is, but also be willing to work with him.
Yeah.
Try to help him.
Now, if you have that mindset, if you have that kind of self-talk as you're with him, are you going to be friendlier or more angry toward him?
More friendly.
More friendly, right? You'll be more pleasant with him. Okay, so in your case, son's giving up. Instead of saying, come on, I had to work way harder than you. And it was snowing every day. And I didn't have, you know where you go.
Uphill both ways. Yeah, so
What might that sound like if you're functioning from acceptance and allowance?
so I allow him to have his thoughts and feelings, and for me, take a breath.
Okay, so think in terms of what's your self-talk going to be. Taking a breath's a good idea, but what's your self-talk? What will that sound like? You've just heard the news that, or he's just told you, I am no good at math anymore. Instead of going to, oh, I had it worse than you. Come on, you can do it. What might it sound like in these two places
So
instead?
I could just say, what can we do to get past this?
Okay, that's a different one.
Okay,
That's a different one. I know this is tricky
Sorry, yeah.
because it's hard for us to.
So I would say, it's okay, so I would go with the flow and just agree with him, I guess. I don't know.
You tell me. What would work so that you're accepting, you're allowing him to be who he is and how he is. See, the thing that we know, and we mentioned this in the coaching class. I teach a wellness coaching class. And the thing that I know for sure is people don't mind changing. They don't mind improving. They don't mind getting better. But they absolutely don't like being changed. Do you get that? Nobody likes to be told, well, you got to do it this way. You got to do it this way. They don't mind, oh, yeah, I need to do this when they decide. But when somebody else is telling you, yeah, here's what you should do, most people, unless they ask for it, they're resistant to that. And so if she goes to her son and says, come on, you can do this, you can do this, what's he likely to do?
Put his walls up.
Puts up walls. I ain't listening to you. So what would be because people think, well, you're just wimping out if you just accept him. But I think in order for any movement to happen, you have to first accept him. If you resist him, he will resist you back.
Could you maybe, like, I don't know, this is just a thought I'm having, but like asking him questions and letting him lead back to his own conclusion?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, if you say, so tell me, what is it that's, why do you think you feel that way today? Yeah, which is, there's no judgment there, it's just, let's have a conversation. What, Jenny, do you think would be the way that you would talk to yourself in acceptance, in allowance, that toward your mom? What's the self-talk rather than, you idiot, or my clothes should be here, I wish I would have had my clothes. Instead, you're going to allowance, acceptance of her and the situation. What might that sound like? I know you don't want to go there.
I was just thinking of like the person before me. I'm like, I don't know, like I can think of what to say, but then when it's you, be like,
It's harder, huh?
well, I'm sure she'll find them and put them back in my room, and she finds them, it'll be great.
And I mean, you could also, I have a whole closet full of clothes. I'm sure there's something else I could wear. Even though I had planned to wear this outfit, I have 700 other, I don't know how many. Girls have way too many clothes, no matter what. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You could, okay, this is the reality is I don't have this what I was going to wear. Acceptance says, okay, I'll wear something else. No big deal. Yes? You with me on this? Amelia, what might you say to yourself that is self-talk, that is, what, remind me your name? Lexi. So she kind of gave you a little, here's what you should think. Now, with that and with the things on this page where it says, it's okay, I can live with this, I'm going with the flow, I say yes to what is happening, it's fine with me. What could you say to yourself when you blow a stunt that is those two? What's the self-talk that you could use at that point that is not, gosh, I'm so bad, I suck so bad?